Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So glad we're able to get connected, whether you're coming across this video from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, no matter where it is. I'm super glad that we were able to connect. And I want to, for those that don't know me, tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Waxler. I'm 25 years old. I actually graduated with a health science degree here in Fort Myers, Florida. Went 5 years to college, and it wasn't until about 2 weeks before I graduated when I really found out what it is that I wanted to do with my life, and really found the direction and the purpose, that I wanted to pursue. So real quick, I want to show you exactly, what it is that I'm doing, what it is that I'm focused on a day-to-day basis. And this came from one book, one of these books, one philosophy, one paradigm shift that really just took me to that next level and allowed me to start pursuing my purpose and my passion. So this is the cash flow quadrant. And I started doing a lot of research on this, and I found out that there's 10 people in the world that have as much money as half of the world combined. So there's 10 people in the world that have as much money as half of the world combined. And that just started to make me think that all the money is only controlled by few people. And so this cash flow quadrant shows the 4 ways that anybody can produce income, and it shows why all the money is controlled by just a few people, like we said. So right here you have employee and self-employed. Employee, self-employed. Now over here you have 95% of people, and you have 5% of the money. All right, so you have 95% of people and 5% of the money. Over here, you have 95% of the money and only 5% of the people. Right? So this just absolutely blew my mind, seeing that 10 people in the world have as much money as half the world combined. And another thing that, obviously when we're going to school, we're getting jobs, we're in the employee, self-employed quadrants, and over here, the key point is that we trade our time for money. We trade our time for money, and there's only so many hours in the day. Right? If you were able to work, say, 24 hours a day, which we can't do, if you were, you could still only make so much money. The efforts are only reliant on you yourself. Here, time for money, and this just goes to show why no one was ever able to get rich, really rich and wealthy, right? Working at 9-to-5 jobs. And we're not saying that jobs are bad. This cash flow quadrant is to show you that you should actually be in every single one of these quadrants. You should be in as many quadrants as you can, because the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Now over here, you're having people, other people, and money. Sorry, this is an and sign. And money work for you. So this side, being on the right side, a business owner and investor, you're actually leveraging these things to create time, right? To create time. Instead of trading our time for money, being on the right side allows us to create more time to do exactly what we talked about. Pursue our dreams, pursue our passions, pursue our purpose, whether it's music, whether it's sports, doesn't matter what it is. Everybody has a passion, right? You're a teacher, it doesn't matter. Every single person has a different why. They have a different why for the reason in why they do things. But for me, how was I able to go out there and pursue these things? It was real simple. I needed to find a way to get onto the right side of money. And now today, with today's technology, it's so simple with the power that we have in those phones right there. The power that in those phones, you have in the palm of your hand as much technology as NASA did when they sent the first rockets to the moon. we now have that in the palm of our hand. So the access is here for us, and the wealth from those 10 people is being distributed now to everybody else. But it's all about the financial IQ, right? They once said if you split all the money up, divided it equally between everybody in the world, within 3 to 5 years, all the money would end up back in the same people's hands. Why is that? Financial IQ, financial literacy. If you gave and spread out all the money, most people are still going to stay over here trading time for money, not able to leverage and not able to really truly build wealth. The 5%, they understand that they need to be on the right side of money. They need to be a business owner. They need to be an investor. So, with that being said, the wealth is being distributed, right? And we're the most socially connected generation ever. And that's going to lead me in to really the next thing. And, I always wanted to find something that not only could I have a purpose and passion for, but I could provide more to my family, right? I could give back to the world, and I could pursue these things I really wanted. So I finally found that, and I found an industry that is absolutely insane. Since 1970, for the last 40, 50 years, this industry has created more millionaires than any other industry in the world. So we're talking music, movies, sports. I'm not Steph Curry. I'm not LeBron James, right? I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio, right? I'm not a Justin Bieber. So how could I have been able to have that lifestyle without being in any of those industries? Well, guys, this industry is actually a $200 billion, with a B, $200 billion industry. A $200 billion industry. So, I can't shoot like Steph, right? I can't rap like Drake, but I can network at as much as I want. I can use social media. I can use all the different platforms on those devices that are available to us today. And that's exactly what I've been able to do to capitalize on this $200 billion industry. 80% of women who make 6 figures or more are in the industry of network marketing, guys. So the whole point of all this, the whole point of this video, to share with you, what it is that I do, is to really share with you what you should be taking advantage of, which is one thing: that device, your computer, the technology that you have available to you today, right? And the reason for that is because the millionaires, the wealth, everything is being distributed. So in 1900, there was 5,000 millionaires. In 2000, there was 5 million. In 2010, there were 10 million millionaires. And by 2020, we're expected to see 20 million millionaires. So the question is simple. Will you be one of them? Will you be taking advantage of these industries? Will you be taking advantage of investing into things like Forex, which is another thing that I'm a part of, cryptocurrency, right? Bitcoin, all these things. It's all about catching those trends, right? 9 out of 10 people, they don't know what these things are. So if you're able to catch a trend before it becomes obvious to everybody, we're able to make a lot of money. Think about it. If you would have known about Amazon, Apple, Bitcoin, years ago, would you have invested in it? The answer is yes or yes, because guys, we would have invested in all these things. Being able to catch these trends before they become obvious to everybody is absolutely insane. So reach out to me if this industry, right, if being on the right side of this quadrant, the right side of money, is something that you want to look into more, get more information on. We're going to actually have I have a schedule below. Go ahead, book the time that's best for you so we can hop on the phone, hop on a FaceTime, get to know each other. I'm working directly with all my business partners. So go ahead, schedule the phone call below. We'll hop on the phone, we'll hop on a FaceTime, and we'll speak more. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day from wherever you are in the world, and we will see you on the call.